You guys worry about yourselves.
Yeah.
I'm over here burping and coughing and stuff. It's like, oh no, he's got it. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Brass Tacks Podcast, episode 32, and the world is in turmoil.
Turd oil.
Turd oil. Adam and I actually just got back from running some errands, and to our dismay, you cannot buy ammunition. Of course, everybody knows about the toilet paper dilemma and whatnot. It's just odd. And my roommate today, he spent an hour and a half waiting in line at the grocery store just to check out. And then even then, he was saying the place was barren. But we have a full show, as I'm sure you can imagine. There's plenty of developments going on, and we're going to be your source for all that information. But before we get into the
inflammation,
before we get into the the fat of the episode, I'm gonna regale you guys with a little thing that happened to me the other night, or actually the other morning. I should clarify. So I'm taking a shower, and I'm really embarrassed to tell this story, but like it needs to be told. So all right, anyway, I'm taking a shower, and I'm like, you know what? Water's warm, feels good. You know, I'm feeling myself. I get a whiff of that Axe snake peel body wash that I use, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and jack it while I'm here.
Using that as a...
No, I don't use that as a lubricant.
Okay, all right.
Generally, if there's like a lotion around or a moisturizer of some sort, maybe I'll use that. But generally, you don't really need it.
You're dry wet jerking.
Dry wet jerking is a good way to put it. So I really fucking don't want to tell it, but like I'm standing there, right, and I'm milking myself over the drain, and I finish up and everything, and I start reaching for the shaving cream, and I'm getting ready to lather up my face and everything. I put the shaving cream back on the little holder that it's on, and my razor blade's right next to it. I put it back on there. It knocks my razor blade off. And so the razor falls, and the razor blade pops off of the handle, and it lands blade down in a wad of cum.
Oh no, dude!
And so yeah, I'm horrified at this point, because normally I would just reach over, grab another fresh razor, but that was like the last one I had, and I was getting ready to replenish that day. That's when I was going to go get my groceries and all this other bullshit, get that out of the way. So the razor falls, blade down, in a wad of cum. I immediately am just like, dude, what's wrong with you, man? You're 31 years old. This isn't something you should be dealing with. And the water was so hot that it had congealed the semen, and it got in between the blades. So when I picked it up, all of it came with it. And so...
Oh, it was like an egg. It was the egg like was cooking almost.
Exactly, like a half-cooked egg white.
Yeah.
And so... I'm sitting there like a fucking idiot, and I'm picking it out, and it's coming apart. And then I notice I noticed that if I kind of rolled it into a ball, I could use it as a magnet for the rest of the cum. And so
just use your foot and get it down the drain. What are you doing with your life, dude?
Well, I mean, that's usually the next step. I do that while I'm lathering my face. I have a whole process. I have a system in place to prevent certain things, but this fell through the cracks. It's the first time it's ever happened to me in my life. So I'm using a little cum magnet in my hand, and I'm picking out all of the seed, And so finally I get the razor blade clean-ish, but then I can't get it off my hand. And so the water's just rolling over my hand, and it's so viscous that it's tacky enough to stick to my hand, but it's like not letting go. And so I'm doing this weird thing where I'm holding my razor and I'm trying to hold it secure, and I'm waving my hand around like a lunatic in the shower.
Oh, dude.
I had like a crisis, dude. I had like an internal crisis after that. And I popped the blade back on the handle, and I shaved my face with that cummy razor blade.
Fair enough. What are you going to do?
I mean, nothing. There's nothing to do. And as I was shaving my face, I'm just ashamed of myself. And I was like, at the very least, I can tell the story, I guess. But
tell a story, that's for sure.
Dude, it was appalling.
Yikes, dude.
I know.
It's not good, man.
You'd think there's more pressing things to worry about right now, given the state of the planet.
What?
with this coronavirus.
Never heard of it.
Well, it's pretty big. It's causing a stir, as they say, in quite a few areas of the planet. And we are...
Is it a new dance craze? What?
I wish it were. I really wish it were, Adam.
Gotcha.
But, the reason I wanted to talk about it today was because, like, at this point, every media outlet is inundated with constant updates on this virus. We're just now starting to see sort of an interruption in our day-to-day. We're seeing mass panic across the country as far as, like, the whole toilet paper crisis.
Right. A tsunami starts in the middle of the fucking ocean as just this small, it's like just a wave started, from the earthquake or something.
Right.
And then by the time it hits shore, dude, you see the shore go really far back. You're like, oh no, it's going to be a tsunami. It's too late at that point. Same thing. It's the same thing, dude.
You're just saying too little too late at this point?
Yeah, of course. With any virus, it's going to be like that. You're going to see it coming, but by the time you see that coming,
yeah,
well, it's pretty almost too late.
Yeah. Dude,
I'm not saying it's going to kill everybody, but I'm saying you can't stop it.
Well, at the very least,
let it run its course at this point.
Exactly, and at the very least, we've touched on this before, but basically we know that it's an economic disruptor. That's going to be the biggest thing, and then also we're seeing a lot of people being ordered to work remotely or just stay home. I've had several people come by the store while I'm at work and tell me that their jobs just told them not to come in for the next foreseeable few weeks. Mm-hmm. And they don't necessarily know if they're being paid or not yet too, because no business knows how to handle this situation.
Right. Yeah.
It's very odd. And
it's not good.
Online last night, I was actually fucking around on Netflix, and the movie Outbreak from 1995.
Dustin Hoffman?
Yeah, it's in the top 10 right now. And it's kind of funny. Like, this whole thing has been an interesting study on humans and how they react to emergencies, because we're out in public, we're in this mass panic and everything like that. We're seeing shortages of certain supplies and things like that. But then you go online and you see this trend in the fact that everyone still wants to be inundated with the excitement of this impending danger,
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of a weird thing. It's kind of like why do we ride roller coasters? I bet you that would be a very odd concept for like an alien or any kind of extraterrestrial. It's like, why do you scare yourself on purpose? We're addicted to anxiety.
For sure. Who else was in that movie? Dustin
Hoffman,
was
fucking
Denzel Washington in that movie, or
Morgan Freeman.
Okay.
He was.
I was a little off with Denzel Washington.
No, dude, Dennis Hoffman's hilarious because several scenes it shows a side profile of Dennis Hoffman in a hazmat suit, but that fucking schnoz of his is almost pressing up against the plastic, and you're like, dude, how are you breathing in this thing? It's got to be so uncomfortable.
Claustrophobic.
And the whole movie is just these edgy one-liners. It's a bunch of nerds in the army.
That was the time. That's the kind of movie that was going on back then.
Yeah.
He had the fucking dart. Cuba Gooding Jr. was in the movie.
Oh, yeah. He has a dart gun. He shoots the monkey.
He puts that fucking dart.
That's one of the worst scenes ever, dude. Yeah, the monkey just... But, fucking...
They made that little girl
coax
him in.
With the plate of food.
She could get the fucking virus.
Exactly. Yeah, they didn't really follow up with that whole thing.
Do you mind just bringing an apple out to your monkey friend?
Yeah, this monkey that's transmitting this virus that's literally killing everyone.
Don't touch him.
And she had already come in contact with it several times. That's how they found it. That stupid drawing of the kid with the monkey that the mom had on the refrigerator. She's like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
And then there's another fucking there's a scene where Morgan Freeman and Dustin Hoffman are having a row in Morgan Freeman's office.
Kevin Spacey's in that movie. I'm sorry.
Dude. And they gave him some creepy strawberry blonde hair.
Yeah, I was going through some scenes. I'm like, wait a minute, fucking Kevin Spacey's in that movie, dude.
Doesn't he die?
He does.
I'm pretty sure he dies.
And the love interest of Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
Both get it.
Also an unrealistic matchup, by the way.
Well, yeah, she's a foot taller than him.
And 30 years younger.
Yeah, and they both get it. He fucking dies. She's on the verge of dying, but they develop some fucking vaccine at the last minute. She gets better. Well, Kevin Spacey didn't. And to this day,
well,
it's not doing so good.
Kaiser Soze.
Exactly.
He's still dragging that leg. But there's this really fucking funny scene. It's so bad. It's like that one. It's just your quintessential one-liner from '90s movies.
For sure, dude. It's a
Morgan Freeman's yelling at Dustin Hoffman, right? Because he wants to keep everything under wraps. He doesn't want people knowing that they're about to essentially just bomb this building or bomb this town of people who are infected. But there's this scene where Dustin Hoffman, like, before he leaves the office, he whips around and he says something to the effect of like, "But then it'll already be too goddamn late." And it just, like, the camera lingers on both of them back and forth way too long.
Terrible, like, music.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
being, like, you know.
I'm surprised that, like, you didn't hear, like, the heat is...
Definitely.
Oh, dude, I didn't even introduce us. We're your hosts, Rick and Adam. I'm Rick.
Yeah.
That's Adam. And then we're joined by the beautiful and talented executive intern Logan.
Howdy.
We got too hot on the Corona thing, man. There's just too much going on. So far here in Colorado, at least in the areas that we're living in, essentially what's going on is now all schools are closed for the next, I think, 3 weeks, and all public buildings shut down yesterday.
No gatherings of 250 people or more.
Is that a thing too? Is that like an actual?
It is.
Oh, damn. Yeah. And so, and also the state has declared a state of emergency, which I believe at this point.
The state has declared a state of emergency. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's, so yeah, scary stuff. But, again, it's also a lot of media hype and things like that. We're not saying don't be concerned and don't be taking precaution, but.
Yeah. There's some, well, look, I'm just going to say this. I talked about this weeks ago. Even probably I mentioned it on this podcast.
You did.
Weeks ago. I said, look, don't panic. There's probably nothing to worry about, but you should probably just get some extra supplies.
Yeah, exactly. And
no, I mean, but obviously, look, I'm not trying to say I was fucking genius, but
no, you were right.
With I don't, look at what's going on out there.
The thing is like you should have gotten supplies. You should have gotten supplies not because of the virus itself, but because people are going to panic and buy out everything. That's why you should have gotten supplies because this is just insane. And the toilet paper thing,
I don't get that.
We're on the same page as far as that's concerned, but the rest of the world needs to fucking catch up. Spend the money, 40 bones on Amazon, get you a bidet.
Get a bidet.
Fixes to your toilet seat, and it feels good. You're killing a fuckload of birds. Who knows? You might even like it so much that you do it recreationally. If you ever had your ass eaten and you enjoyed it, you're definitely gonna like a bidet. I mean, it's true. That's the first thing I thought. Whenever, like, my first dance with the bidet was like, it was a time of learning. I had never used one before. I was probably like 28. First time I used a bidet. Wow. But like I fucked up and I was at my sister's house and at hers, it's like this weird thing. You have to set it and it angles and stuff like that. Right. And it was angled specifically for her. And like I went to use it and instead of it shooting pressurized air or pressurized water into my ass, what it did was it fired a concentrated beam of water into my ball sack. And I felt like somebody punched me in the nuts.
Oh, dude.
And yeah, so that wasn't cool. But then the second time that I used it, I did it successfully, and I was like, "Hell yeah, dude! This is kind of just like that." You know, so
dude, yeah, you got to be going. You got to go the bidet route at this point.
I agree, man. It's just I don't know. People are silly, and what we're seeing now is kind of like I'm not surprised by it, but I am still a little like disappointed. Like, guys, can we not work together for once? Can we just get on the same page as a race of human beings and not try to like undercut one another and steal shit out of each other's shopping carts? All this is another Black Friday. And it's getting old at this point. Like,
well, and yeah, but now it's just starting to have that weird feeling.
Yeah, you're
public.
Right. You're right.
Like we're almost at the point where people might be at stores. Like, there's sporadic like fights, but like when like maybe get to a point where it's like everyone's like really standoffish.
Yeah,
like a supermarket and stuff.
Or like we saw today, I mean, we were in a
Shortages
sporting
or
goods
something.
store,
Yeah.
and there's nearly no ammunition. Like,
Dude, yeah.
the specific
How
rounds
many
I was
people?
looking for, I couldn't even find
No.
at all.
Dude, how many people were in line for guns?
Several people in line for guns, and then Adam
One dude
brought
with a
up
mask.
Yeah, Adam brought up a good point. We were walking out. He was like, "Dude, there was a guy with a surgical mask on, just trying to buy guns out there." And it's like, these people are afraid, man. They're afraid of each other. That's the thing. They're more afraid of each other than the virus.
Probably
I think.
a crazy person.
Well, yeah, but then again, it's like
If he was wearing it because he was sick, I get it. But I don't think he was sick.
no,
I think he was trying to prevent a sickness being in public. Like, he was probably a super recluse guy looking for a gun. Like,
yeah. Well, dude, not once in my life have I ever been sick in bed, and then like thinking like, oh, I should probably go out and get a pistol, because that dude was just, he's afraid, and he's afraid of other people, and that's the thing, is it's just like, man, we're really showing our colors.
I'm imagining that maybe it's like he has some autoimmune disease. That's why he's he's been instructed to wear something like that.
He doesn't want anyone to. He doesn't
Maybe
want anyone to
we're
notice
giving it-
him from the
maybe I-
bathhouse. Adam's like, "Yo, Josh." Oh, you know, man, you lost a lot of weight. Yeah, I thought I took a prep, but it was a Tic Tac, and you know the rest of the story.
I bought them online. I don't have health insurance. So bought them on eBay. I just figured.
I went down to sick bay and saw bones. I said, "Bones." I took a man's semen in my backside, and now I'm losing weight. I'm losing weight rapidly. Oh my! Oh no! Poor Sulu. So I found this. I found a funny list. It's kind of, some of it's funny, but this is like a list of myths according to CNN about the coronavirus.
What?
I know. Yeah.
Network.
Yeah. Hold on.
Network. Look out! I already know where this is going.
Adam was found 2 hours later with 2 gunshot wounds in the back of his skull.
Suicide.
An apparent suicide attempt.
15 shots to the back. It was a suicide.
It was a cry for help.
This is a clear example of suicide.
Oh no.
Makes me sick.
His head was completely gone. Complete suicide case.
His hands were tied behind his back.
They were able to identify the body by analyzing the semen in his asshole. I was called into questioning immediately after. So this was one that caught my eye. So 3 facts down, it says, myth: black people don't get coronavirus.
Okay, so just need to address something on that real quick.
Yeah.
Rich Voss, Jim and Sam said.
You
the
mean
same,
comedy legend Rich Voss?
Yeah, Rick Voss.
Rick Voss. I know.
Oh, you could have.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Continue with your story.
He said the same exact thing. He didn't say it was a myth. He said.
Oh, you believed it?
I heard black people couldn't get the coronavirus, and they just tore him up for like 10 minutes about that.
What an asshole. But that's the thing. Okay,
Yeah.
so when I saw
Pretty
this, the first thing I was feeling was just like, I haven't heard this once.
I didn't hear it until Rich Voss said it.
Right?
Yeah.
This is
It's-
the first time I'm hearing it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think. Yeah, that's got to be.
So already
Some weird-
CNN's looking a little fishy. But
You know why we all haven't probably heard of it? Because it's just on Facebook or something.
well,
Facebook is consumed by people. Look, no, if you're over 50, fine. But I feel like people that might like really get into Facebook,
yeah.
a lot of like really older people are getting into Facebook. That's like it's transitioned into like the senior population.
You're actually exactly right, because so for our Facebook page, Brass Tacks Podcast, we see analytics and shit like that from like
Analytics, right?
analytics from like age demographics and shit like that. So many. It's just the majority is just 65 plus. That's all they have time to do. It's just fucking click around. Unless we have a bunch of trolls, like
what are they?
geriatric trolls.
Just get off of the Facebook, please, people.
Yeah,
No
I
one
mean,
cares
it's-
about your ideas. I don't
That's true.
care what. Like,
it would
whatever.
be cool if everybody just bounced off of social media altogether, and you had to actually.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, I got to comment on this." Why do you have to comment? Who cares what this motherfucker thinks?
Well, it would be cool if you actually had to have talent to be noticed or anything like that.
I don't even care if you have talent. I don't care either. I don't want to hear what you have to say either, dude.
I just
don't want to fucking hear you either.
I don't like having to sift through. It's like if you want to find new music or if you want to find like
new
movies
music
or new TV shows, you have to sift through so much horse shit. And it's like any asshole. It's like any asshole with loose framework for any type of album or any type of fucking TV show or movie gets a green light. And then it's like, great, that's one more thing I have to watch like 10, 15 minutes of.
You know how you get around that?
How?
Don't listen to music.
Okay, dude. Well, we're not all fucking autistic, so I'm sorry, dude. I love music. I'm going to keep listening to it.
Look, I know.
Is it because you were molested?
No, I'm saying.
We already know that. We already know.
What I'm saying is I'm not saying I don't like music. I love music.
Yeah.
Come on. I know.
That's okay. Yes, to be fair.
You know.
Yeah, you've shown me a lot of good music to be very fair.
I like music.
You're okay.
But I feel like I'd rather be listening to something like someone talk about like some fucking
right.
Like Joe Rogan. I hate to. It's almost cliche to bring up Joe Rogan, but
you can't
he's
deny
fucking
it.
awesome.
He's got a very powerful show.
He's great. No, he's great.
But
show's great, and I'd rather listen to something like that or like informative, any kind of weird
I'm
shit.
totally with you on that. And to be honest, like when I'm at work, especially most of the time, I'm listening to like talk radio or listening to fucking podcasts or something of that nature. But
I guess sorry, I don't want to interrupt. But,
yeah, go ahead.
But
you already did.
No, what I'm saying is, I'm not I'll listen to like music I already know.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I have time to find this new music
that
you're talking about.
I'm with you on that.
I don't know if new music exists. I don't know. I don't care. It's too much work.
I rely on a handful.
There might be some good music out there.
There is, but that's the thing. Is I will say 90% of the time I'm listening to what I'm used to listening to.
Yeah.
And luckily for me, that's a very eclectic
for sure
group of musicians there.
Yeah.
But I rely on like a handful of people to inform me with music, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's been my source, rather than the internet, because I trust these people's opinion.
Have you
being
heard
one
of
of them?
The Beatles?
That was the guy with the big lips who
Mark David Chapman.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was I was gonna go with Chester Bennington. Maybe that was a different band.
Oh, okay. Well, what I said was Mark David Chapman. I believe he's the actual person who shot.
Oh, who shot Lennon? Yeah, you're right. Dude, that's pretty funny.
No.
Oh, no.
But yeah, like, it's just, there's a lot going on. There's, I feel like mumble rap came for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And now it's vanished like a fart in the wind, dude. Like, so, there's.
Has it?
I don't know. Has it? I don't know. I
don't know. I don't keep up with that shit.
Is it not?
Okay. Is that something? I was going to say, that's probably something Logan would be a little bit more.
I am, dude.
Well, I'm wearing
fucking hip, dude.
I was wearing sweatpants and a flannel.
Yeah, I'm with it, man. Come on.
It's better than your normal fucking, like, you're a Colorado Avalanche billboard half the time I see you. You're like fucking Bobo Curlin with his Mets gear.
Look, who the fuck doesn't like hockey, dude? Get out of here, man.
I know it's tough for sports all around the world. It's tough, man. I mean, when was the last time we've ever seen entire leagues canceling games and shit like that? I mean,
I do have Avalanche sweatpants on right now.
Well, okay, I'm glad you mentioned that.
Well, I'm just saying. Because you kind of made the thing. It's nice not to see you in that.
Yeah, I'll take that. That's a tasteful amount of regalia.
Well, I also have Colorado Rockies socks on.
See, now the more you're telling me, the more I just wish the bottom half of your body was separated from the top.
But I do have a Tuesdays with Stories shirt on.
Nice.
That canceled these things out.
That's true. Where'd you get that hot piece of merchandise?
I can't say.
I know.
Because you know what I was about to say.
Adam was going to say some Saget.
Yeah. Bob Saget.
Yeah. What were you going to say, intern Logan?
I said incorrect.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, let me tell you guys. Another one of these myths is that home remedies can cure or prevent this particular virus. And it's saying garlic is good for you, so is water, and vitamin C. But despite what some corners of social media would have you believe, there's no evidence from the outbreak that eating garlic, sipping water every 15 minutes, or taking vitamin C will protect people from the new coronavirus.
Oh my God. Vitamin C will not even save us. Oh. This is a fucking disaster.
Maybe gabagool will save us.
Oh, man.
No.
What's next? Zinc doesn't work.
No, we all just need to ingest large amounts of mercury. Yeah. Dude, there was some asshole some asshole on Twitter the other night was talking about colloidal silver.
Yeah.
Have you seen pictures and videos of these people who take it for years and they just start turning blue?
Yeah. What?
That's some scary shit.
It was like some fringe, like either you were like on really far right or really far left.
Mm-hmm.
And like that was the people that kind of got into that colloidal silver thing, like getting into as like dosing themselves with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's something like it. It was supposed to do something, but it ended up turning your fucking your skin like.
And it doesn't leave your body. It's a metal. It builds up and
it can kill you. I'm pretty sure it could kill you.
Oh, I'm sure.
Long enough, right? I mean,
let's look that up. Or actually, intern login, will you see if colloidal silver will kill you? I'm sure it has to be at a certain amount. Anything will kill you. So
water will kill you.
Yeah. Not at this altitude.
Newsflash. Look it up.
Yeah, that's a fucking
brace yourselves.
The more you know situation. But we had this old broad that used to shop at the last dispensary I worked at, and she was one of these colloidal silver advocates.
The word even sucks.
I hate it. It reminds me of the word cartilaginous. It's just it rolls off the tongue, but it's still kind of uncomfortable to say.
Cartilaginous. It's uncomfortable to say. I would appreciate that more than saying colloidal.
Colloidal.
No, it's colloidal.
Is it colloidal?
It's colloidal silver, I think. Isn't it?
Fill us in.
Logan, let's go.
I'll let you.
You read it.
It's colloidal.
Colloidal?
Yeah.
Colloidal?
Oh, colloidal. Okay.
Colloidal? Yeah, but there's nothing saying that it can kill you. It just says it has strong side effects.
The fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
What the fuck does that mean?
I feel like it can turn their skin like a weird color.
That's what I was going to tell you. This old lady that used this old bag that used to shop at the store.
How old though?
I think she was approaching 60.
Approaching
60.
Okay.
She was getting there. She's not an actual old bag. She was actually very nice, but it's just the whole, playing it up for the radio.
Got it. You're a hype beast.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Right, we got it.
I'm a hype beast. Yeah, my outfit cost $25, dog, in 2007. But no, her neck was turning like a dark blue all around her neck.
Right.
And then like under her eyes, they were very dark blue. Yeah. And they would fade lighter as it got to her cheekbone. It was the weirdest shit. And it just got worse and worse over the years. Because that was actually one of the patients that I knew from the old days, like when you and I worked together at the old dispensary. Mm-hmm. And she was a transplant from over there. And over the years, I've watched this woman get bluer and bluer.
A transplant or a Trans Am?
No, a transplant.
Oh.
As far as dispensaries are concerned.
Gotcha.
Vroom, vroom.
Fair enough.
But yeah, dude, this bitch was turning fucking like dark blue.
It's a Smurf.
And she was always telling everybody, oh, you got to get yourself some of this. And then she tried to give me some. Sometimes she's like, here, take it. And I was like, no, I'm not drinking metal.
No.
I'm not doing it.
Get your fucking pews away, dude.
Exactly. That's all it is to me. It's another crutch. It's another pew.
Everyone should carry around at least like a small bag of sand. Mm-hmm. And like, for people who are kind of like bugging you like that.
Pocket sand.
Like,
yeah, I do.
Like kind of blinds them a little bit.
And then just.
Yeah,
that's it. You're done.
You pulled up because you realize these are the people like are so self-absorbed.
The salsa.
Like I'm saying, you're gonna be reaching into this pouch, grabbing the sand, while they're still talking to you. They're completely unfazed by what you're doing because they're just so into what theirs have to say.
Yeah,
that they don't even care. This is
they
why
never notice.
This is why this is a warning too. Like, so if you are self-aware, you will get out of the way before someone blows sand. That should be a rule. Like, you can't be like, if someone moves.
No, you can't serpentine.
Right.
Okay, I got you.
But,
you got to be stationary, right? No movement.
Well, yeah. So because
it's a gentleman's agreement.
If the person realizes they're an asshole, they see you taking out the sand. It's like a warning.
Yeah, I'm about to blow sand.
And they shut the fuck up. Then you have to put the sand back in the bag. But if someone's so self-absorbed, they don't even realize what you're doing. They don't get out of the way, and you go.
It's kind of like Jerry Garcia's ashes in Jim Brewer's neck.
That's on them
with the necklace.
Right.
They just keep a little bit of necklace sand and then exactly. I really like that idea. That's something that society should adopt. It's very kind. It's understood. It should be understood amongst cultures.
Obviously, during viruses, hey, you can't be blowing sand in people's face.
No, you abstain from pocket sand during pandemic.
You have to toss it. You don't blow. You just toss it.
Well,
that's a compromise.
No, It touched your hand.
Oh,
you can't be throwing
Yeah.
hand stuff into eye stuff.
You can keep it
When there's a
preloaded.
virus.
You can keep it preloaded inside of a hairdryer that's plugged into a wall. That's okay.
Yeah.
Just sand all over your living room.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, there'd be a point where, like, if it was a thing, like, you know, the government would say, hey, we're suspending sand use. You cannot be carrying sandbags with you. Sand pouches, not bags. Sand pouches with you.
Yeah.
If you're caught with one, it's gonna be blah blah blah.
$20 fine.
Yeah.
$20
And if you're convicted of actually doing it, after performing the duty
Yeah.
of correcting someone,
Yeah.
it's like
Correcting someone.
yeah, it's probably a big fine, dude. Like, you know, like $1,000 or something, or more than that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know, there's this whole virus thing. So, but it would be. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. It would be nice.
No, I'm
outside
down.
of the
I'm down
viral-
with that.
Yeah, when we get out of the corona thing,
Yeah.
that should be a thing.
Absolutely. No, I'm
I
cool with
agree.
that.
You know, it could be worse for these people.
Do that a lot at work.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, I bet,
Yeah.
dude. Like,
Dude, you work at a pharmacy. That's
Oof.
already like, I'd already be just face masking people. I'd be in a full hazmat suit.
I wouldn't even, dude. I was like, look, I can't.
I'd be cupping farts behind my ass and just like wafting them at people to try to make a barrier between me and them.
So you have to make sure you have a 6-foot barrier at all times.
Everybody starts scratching their eyes start turning pink. They mistake it for coronavirus. It's like, no, you have pink eye, bud.
You're just eating fucking hot wings behind the counter all the time, so you have a constant stream of farts.
Oh no, I'll start doing Adderall and drinking again.
And today we were so busy, like we were hanging up on people. They were
Oh, I
getting
believe
shitty
it.
with
Oh,
that,
that's
but-
good to know.
Yeah. like-
Well, it might come. I mean, the capacity might come to a point like, you know, you gotta just okay. Well, you don't even have the time to call the person back. Probably, you know.
It's just like I can picture Logan at work. He's just like, "Hello, what's the problem?" All right, see you later. You just hang up. Well, what do you want me to do?
Man, sir, this is a pharmacy.
Quit playing on my
It's
phone.
called 911. All right.
Yeah, we get people like that coming all the time asking
dude,
for like medical
what?
advice from our pharmacist. Like they're like, "Yeah, I got this rash on my arm. Anything you suggest I should take?" And pharmacist,
Well, there is a debate about that. Some people say pharmacists are smarter when it comes to prescribing things.
That's very true.
That is
a
like the doctors.
yeah.
So-
That's a true story.
I don't know if it's true or not. I'm not saying it's true.
No, I'm saying it's true that a lot of people do say
you
that.
hear that? I
but-
know, right? That's what I'm saying. A lot of people say that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not, but
My whole thing is,
I think there's actually a curb or something.
Oh yeah. The last one, he's going to fill his prescription, and then he puts the two doctors against one another, and then
wait, are you talking about a newest episode, or what? What are you talking about?
Was it one of the new
Did you
ones?
just? Well, I thought you just said one of the.
It
new
was
ones.
one of the Curb episodes, though.
I know. Yeah, I know it was a curb. Okay, yes. Then I know what you're talking about. I was just worried about you spoiling something that you said. I thought you said a new curb.
Oh no. But dude, yeah. So any other healthcare profession, people do love to act like they know as much as a physician. Like I hear people at work, like I see a lot of nurses and a lot of healthcare workers at the liquor store, of course, because everybody needs to chase those demons away from something.
You're not
or with something.
dude. It's got to be tough in those kind of environments.
Yo, it sucks balls. Like you learn a lot. It's very exciting. I did it for years and I loved every bit of it.
Right.
But it is emotionally and mentally just taxing
And their work, these
be around
workers,
that much crap that's going on.
Well,
It's
the hours even, dude.
well, people are very tense, and yeah, the hours are
Like,
insane.
That's gotta be weird.
But yeah, so I'm sorry.
But yeah.
There was a nurse that came in the other day, and she's buying her cheap vodka, and she said something to the effect of like, "Oh, they say this, but I think this about the coronavirus," and it was just something off the wall, and I was like, "Well, okay, doctor, nurse, and she goes, "Yeah," and I went, "I'm going with the doctor." And she was like, "Well, that's y'all's problem then." And she's like, "No one wants to listen to me." And she just walks out. It's like, yeah, who is going to listen to you, you drunk bat? I don't like that she's a nurse in charge of things.
Well,
That's scary as fuck. I mean, you see a lot of, working in healthcare, you do see a lot of fucking scary shit like that. Like people just don't be giving a fuck sometimes.
I know, dude. That's what scares me all the time. I think about that.
well,
Yeah, it's
this whole thing with the like Oxycontin problem and stuff is there's a doctor prescribing this like 16-year-old girl that weighed 100 pound like perk 30s and stuff.
Yeah,
Like, making it
that's
twice a day.
That's a whole nother beast in itself, man. The pharmaceutical issue, as far as that's concerned, I do think we're getting better as far as the opioid issue is concerned. But I mean, we still got a long way to go.
Definitely, but
it's harder to obtain now. Working in that field, it's definitely a lot harder to obtain. The, like fake prescriptions, but it's definitely still there.
You think, okay, so it's still going on?
Oh yeah,
for sure.
It's still there.
Really, just not as huge.
Yeah. Wow. There's no way that it's like not happening.
Well,
that's true. It's got to be happening at some level.
But like I don't think I see it, but like it has to be happening at some level. Like there has to be some that coming through mine.
Percentage wise,
it's like statistically impossible that it's not happening.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I really enjoyed is that every time I've been to a physician in Colorado, like more recently, like when I had my tooth extracted in the back there. So every dentist and specialist that I saw, they were super cool about that particular aspect of it. They were like, hey, we try to do a non-narcotic approach to the pain and stuff like that. And I was like, fucking sweet. And so I didn't really end up having to take anything except for the antibiotic for the healing process and whatnot. And then also before the procedure, I had to take an antibiotic because of the infection that was going on. That whole thing just sucked, man. Having a chipped, broken.
What's that?
Having a chipped up off like broken tooth just blows ass, and you have to be so delicate with everything. I can take all manner of pain except for dental.
I remember that when that was going on, dude.
Remember that sucked. We actually we were getting out of the comedy club that night, and like the side of my face was swollen up, and I was not having a good time.
No,
it was because I was laughing so much, and all that jaw movement just was irritating my molar.
Yeah, it was just working. Well, the blood's flowing a lot there, you know. Dude, yeah.
That was like a couple of days before I went to the dentist and found out that like it was infected because I was also chain smoking. I just like I didn't really put two and two together as far as that's concerned.
You were listening
to the chain smokers. I know.
Chip my teeth.
I chip my teeth. Holy shit, dude. No, it just sucks dick though. I mean, like,
it's got to be awful, dude.
I don't know about you guys, but like that's a thing for me. Like I've never had a problem with pain in general. Like I'm not a bitch about it. I don't cry or anything like that. But like
trying to say you're a badass.
Oh yeah, I'm just
I thought.
I'm a tough guy.
Okay.
I'm a tough boy.
All right.
You can tell by my voice how tough I am.
Oh yeah.
But
definitely.
Yeah, dude, dental is my line as far as pain's concerned. I don't like it at all. It's fucking whack.
I agree, man. And can't they have some better dental insurance?
That's another thing too.
Dental insurance has never gotten better.
Yeah, you're right.
Since the 80s.
Why? The deductible, why is that?
Not even the deductible dollar amount has remained the same since the 80s. That doesn't make any sense.
That's very weird.
You know how much, like $2,000 in 85? Logan, Google this. 1985.
Logan was negative 1,800 years old in 1985.
What the present day value of $2,000 was in 1985.
Dude, do you think that dental work costs so much because dentists kill themselves so often that like they just need incentive?
I don't think it's that bad.
They need incentive to keep them paid.
You go to the dentist like, he was great. We're going back there next year.
Every
dentist
doesn't
kill himself.
Every dentist I've ever...
I don't think that's a thing.
Right. But every dentist I've ever been to, at least within the past like 10 years, has been like a younger kind of ripped, like party looking dude. Like some guy that surfs and then like goes and plays acoustic guitar and drinks craft beer on the beach. They look like those guys.
Oh.
So I don't know. Maybe dentistry is like kind of like the new thing now, I guess. If you want to get some puss, you just become a dentist.
So... the equivalent of $2,000 in today's money to 1985 would be $4,669.
There we go. Damn.
That's what your deductible should be, and that makes sense because, you know, I chipped my tooth. What's that?
Come on now.
Yeah, one of the back molars. This is when I had a vape pen, not like and I was trying to open it and it's metal. I'm like, I can't get this fucking thing open, so I bit it and it fucking chipped my goddamn back tooth. So I had to get a root canal.
That's what I was telling everybody.
That cost thousands of fucking dollars, dude. After whatever insurance, the fucking insurance didn't cover shit, man.
Well, yeah.
It was fucking nothing, like.
That's a good point because they gave me the option to fix the tooth itself, you know, like fix it up, cap it, or whatever the fuck they were going to do. It was like $25 or $3,000, something like that. And I was
Yeah.
like, dude, fuck that tooth. I've got so many more teeth.
Yeah.
Hell, bitch.
Yeah, it's not the dentist's fault. That's a reasonable thing, I guess, but the insurance should be covering something. It's in your best interest to have someone in your plan with good teeth.
Right.
You know that, and encourage like good dental hygiene. Like, if you give them a little bit more, that's going to help them long term when they're paying these insurance premiums out and stuff.
Right. Well, I think that's another thing too,
So-
is people usually wait until it's the very last minute to go to the dentist
sure.
because it just fucking sucks.
Wait till the last minute. They waited till 3 hours after the last minute.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
know?
the thing is like people aren't going to be very encouraged to go get regular cleanings and things like that
Nah.
when they're paying out the fucking nose for it.
Yeah, dude.
It's ridiculous. And
They got to fix that kind of thing.
yeah, maybe after we handle this whole coronavirus, we'll work on that. We'll write a letter to our senator or something. Get the ball rolling.
Oh, yeah.
Dear
really get
Senator.
it done.
Yeah. Brass Tacks is taken to the streets, and we're gonna contact our congressman. We're gonna get all kinds of shit happening.
Oh, yeah.
But before we do that, we're going to cover Bologna Boys.
Oh, no, dude. That's not.
Bologna Boys.
I knew we were going to talk about him,
Yeah.
but I didn't know he had these tattoos, dude. What's going on there, bro?
So, our patron saint of Bologna Boys, Chet Hanks,
Oh, not
has
Chetana.
resurfaced from the confines of the internet to let us know how his mom and dad are doing since their diagnosis of the coronavirus.
Big it up. Big ups.
Big up. So, Chet Hanks, in his infinite wisdom, thought it was his job out of the Hanks dynasty. It's Chet Hayes'
agree.
job to step out into the public eye and give an
Yep.
update on
Oh, of course.
T. Hanks and Rita Wilson.
Who else are you going to trust? Tom Hanks?
Well,
kidding me?
And I feel like Colin Hanks has distanced himself healthily away from the family. If you look at any of their social media profiles aside from Colin Hanks, we are talking about full-blown sociopaths.
Oh, no,
Except for
dude.
Chet, I will say Chet's just stupid. We'll get into that later because if you thought my tweets were bad and cringy,
He really doesn't look like Tom Cruise, by the way.
no, maybe
Or Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
He doesn't look like Tom Cruise.
I didn't hear that either.
Yo, I guess that's a good thing. Yes,
You're right, though.
But he doesn't look like Tom Hanks, dude.
You're right.
What is that, dude? And Colin Hanks looks like Tom Hanks.
To be fair, though, fuck boys like that kind of all look the same. So maybe there's some kind of weird thing in DNA where
Genetic mutation.
yeah, you don't have a choice. It's every once in a while your cum rolls the dice and you get a fuck boy, regardless of how you try to coddle them or treat them nicely or whatever you do. You're gonna get Chet Hayes. Yeah, exactly.
What
It's-
if they have?
it's Down syndrome, dog?
No, what if they have a test, like they start developing, like, because this becomes such a problem, these kind of kids start being
Too
born.
many fuck boys.
They have like a DNA test while the kid's still in your womb.
Yeah.
Like
Like-
autism.
He has the FB201 gene.
I know.
Yeah.
But no,
We're
fuck
gonna
boy
treat it
201.
like Down syndrome. Got it.
Well, yeah.
As it should be. As it should be.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Not trying
Like,
to say it's wrong.
oh my god, he's got the
got the
FB201.
yeah.
What do we do?
That's what things like CRISPR are for, though.
But like, yeah, but people, yeah,
Because
Colin's exactly
eventually,
right. Like, because people, if they find out, like, oh, this kid has Down syndrome, like the parents have like a conversation. Should we just abort this kid? Like,
that's the thing. I feel like as long as you leave it up
so
to the
what
parents,
I'm saying is,
whatever.
what if in the future that I'm not having a political discussion?
I
I'm
am.
saying this is what I was laughing at.
I want hard takes, dude.
Like, eventually we come down the line, there's a fuckboy gene called FB201, and it can be identified in the womb, so someone could choose to fucking kill the kid if it has the fuckboy gene. Ah, fuck. Move on. Whatever.
Dude,
Play the
I'm-
goddamn thing.
I'm down with it, though. I agree with you.
Me too.
And I
agree
mean,
with
I feel
this.
like as far as CRISPR is concerned, that's something they'll be able to eventually just zero in
Oh.
on. You know what I mean? And they could just remove it. All right. So, as we know, Tom Hanks, Rita Wilson,
Well, now-
they got corona. They're in Australia. And Chet Hanks fucking got on Twitter and gave us an update.
Chet-
Here he is.
Oh, no. Is that going to be loud?
What's up, everyone? Yeah, it's true.
Oh, also, he's shirtless with all of his tattoos on, but he's got his Rolex and his backwards snapback on.
He's got a
Because-
pyramid. Like
oh, yeah,
the
he has an all-seeing eye on his chest.
Pyramid fucking in the middle of his chest. Oh.
Then there's a heart
What is
with
that
the
say?
word Michaela on it. So I'm guessing he has a daughter named Michaela, which can you find me a fuckboy that doesn't have a daughter named Michaela?
Michaela Maroney.
What?
She's a gymnast.
I don't know who that is.
I think that's her name.
You know the names of gymnasts?
It was a whole fucking thing. There was a meme with her face, right?
I don't know, dude. Intern login?
I'm pretty sure. Michaela Maroney.
Or actually, wait. We'll put Michaela Maroney on the back burner. I want to play the rest of this Chet Hanks.
Yeah, sorry.
My parents got coronavirus. Crazy.
That's how you. That's how you.
Wait,
answer.
go back.
All right, I'm gonna start this all over again.
On it.
Oh, she was a gymnast.
Adam is correct. She
Nice.
was a gymnast and it was a meme.
Damn, dude, deep reference. Give me a fist bump. Give me one of those. Ow. All right.
No, we're supposed to do. Oh, sorry. I don't want to interrupt this, but
This is becoming a thing.
I'm sorry. This fist bump thing made me think.
Yeah.
You remember Demolition Man,
Right.
right?
Oh, the sex with the virtual.
No.
like,
With these viral times, you know how they used to handshake? They would just put their hands up and go.
Oh yeah. Like the wax on, wax off.
Yeah, this is what people should do. The hand bump fucking sucks. And elbow. Just,
You're still touching.
Just do this.
You know what we
Close.
should do?
So here, put your hand up. This is for. I know this is audio. Like this is what it would look like.
Yeah. It looks
So
like
it's
wax on, wax off.
Okay, that's like instead of a handshake, this is what we're gonna do.
Right.
So they were onto something.
That'd be a better
Keeping viruses.
suggestion than mine, dude. I was
Not
like,
touching each other in public.
well, the first couple of weeks that the coronavirus broke, I was suggesting that everybody goes around and deep tongues each other's assholes, but
Oh,
that's way cleaner.
I would, in my opinion, I really want to hear what Chet has to say about the virus.
Yeah, let's find out.
What's up, everyone? Yeah, it's true. My parents got coronavirus. Crazy.
Crazy. Who does that? I wouldn't announce that my parents had coronavirus.
As fuck or something, dude.
Look at that face and you tell me.
Yeah, it's true. My parents got coronavirus. Crazy.
I can't
We're
get
both
past
down in
that.
Australia right now because my dad was shooting a movie down there.
Of course he was.
But I just got off the phone with them. They both are fine. They're not even that sick. They're not worried about it. They're not tripping, but they're going through the necessary health precautions, obviously. But I don't think it's anything to be too worried about. I appreciate everyone's concern and the well wishes, but
Well wishes.
I think it's all going to be all right. But I appreciate it, and just everybody stay safe out there. Much love.
Much love. Put a shirt on, you cunt. What an uncomfortable man-child.
How many views does this video have?
This is a
fuck.
page that just
Okay.
reposted it, but like, I mean, enough. The dude's got enough going on. But so this was on his Twitter shit and whatever. So I was just like, I've never really gone through his tweets and stuff like that. And I immediately, just the first few that I saw, I immediately felt way better about myself and my past tweets. Because you guys have heard, I'm a fucking idiot.
He's not moshing in tie-dye.
No, he's not. Thank you, Logan.
Thank you. I find that very hard to believe.
Quit fucking with the microphone. I can hear you.
I'm just saying, it's hard to believe.
I know. And let me, okay, so we're going to go up in here. It's Chester M. Hanks
Yeah.
at Chet Hayes, if you guys want to
Chet,
go and check it out for yourself.
Gotcha.
So the very first tweet that shows up says, when you're in tune with your own nature, everything falls into place. What does that even mean? Like, is he trying to go like new age on us, or it's just, that's already fuckboyish, and it's very reminiscent of one of mine. I'd say it's neck and neck with Beautiful Aliens. But then the next one, the Mona Lisa was a self-portrait. If you understand this, then you have seen. Is that because his dad was a Da Vinci Code, or
31 retweets, dude?
Yeah, that's.
I mean, you're big time.
Well, he's also very woke, as we've seen with his
woke.
patois accent. Yeah, I almost swallowed some spit wrong. I've been doing that a lot recently. I think it's due to the, again, higher content of THC in the bloodstream.
Right.
Tends to dry you out.
I'm all dried out.
Yeah, my mouth resembles Rita Wilson's pussy.
Oh, that's not nice.
Well, who knows? She could be like leaking. She's got corona. We don't know what that makes you do. She's got a couple of pads.
There could be discharge. Yeah, there could be just some discharge going on.
Having a light day. Dude, she has a horrible album out. Tom Hanks retweeted her album, and I listened to the single on it. It's so
you were
bad.
telling me about that.
It's just a middle-aged woman trying to do like radio pop music, and it's super repetitive. And I'm like, just stop it, bitch! You're ruining
Douchey.
Jingle All the Way for me.
Right, it's pretty douchey.
Here we go.
What?
This one I actually agree with. This one is pretty woke, and it's something that you can use in everyday life. Don't hang out with people who pretend like they don't know about all the dope shit you got going on. That's true. We can agree with all that. The next one, though, immediately kind of takes him out of the fucking ring. Imagine being rich and successful and not posting all your shit for everyone to see who doesn't have it. Imagine just enjoying it. Crazy, right? And then down here.
What? Oh, God, dude.
So check this out. This one right here was really funny because of the responses that it got. Walking, talking, dressing like, sounding like, looking like, acting like, living like everyone else doesn't impress me. I don't know why it impresses y'all. And then when you look at the comments, it says, right? Don't be like everyone else. Pick a specific type of person that you are definitely not and be like that person. And then this guy comes up, big up Jamaica and the island, massive. And then the guy just puts fix that. But there was a bunch of people that started attacking him immediately about his whole thing. And another thing another thing I don't like is that he deleted my comment under here from last night.
Oh,
like
Richard,
an hour.
Did you screen grab it?
No, I did not.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Actually, it should just be on our account. Let me pop over. But an hour after I posted it, he fucking deleted it. Oh, wait, no, this was just a separate one. Oh, yeah, so this one he said, at what point in time did it become normal for grown men to seek attention like schoolgirls? And I wrote, pot meets kettle. And then the guy under me writes, like when you try to be black? So literally, if you go onto Chet Hanks' Twitter profile here, you're going to see a lot of fuckboy movement. And you're going to see a lot of real-ass people kind of dogging him in the comments. And it's really funny.
I bet.
Because he does try to do quick maintenance and delete a lot of shit.
Oh. I'm sure Tom Hanks is paying for someone to fucking pay to get rid of it, dude.
Probably. I would.
You're going to get us... We're going to get hit by the Jamaicans, dude.
But there's just too much. It's not enough for one person.
Yeah, nobody can stop this, man. This guy's too far gone. But,
maybe... How old is he?
Chet
he's
Hanks.
in his 30s, I think, dude.
Yeah, he's like our age, I think.
Fuck. Well.
Intern Logan's already on it, dude. Fucking quick draw. So, kind of moving out of Chet Hayes.
29.
He's 29?
29.
Oh, wow. That's inexcusable behavior for a 29-year-old.
I feel like that would... Like a 21-year-old for sure is tweeting shit like that, probably.
Yeah.
You got to think, this is... I don't know. This is a one-off.
Some fuckery.
I like his. I like that he is the son of Tom Hanks. But if you want to find his music, you're gonna have to go to his SoundCloud page. Chet Hayes is a 29-year-old SoundCloud rapper, and I like how he's got his thing here in bold. All inquiries, chethanksmusic@gmail.com. I'm sure that email address doesn't get bombarded with fucking dick pictures every day. So, segueing out of this asshole, there are a couple other Bologna Boys that I wanted to introduce to you guys.
Who knows? Maybe that guy's nice. I don't know.
Don't try to backpedal. What, do you think you're going to run into him one day?
No.
Chet Hanks is going to walk up to us. Oh, dude, I really love the show, man. Really like what you guys are doing. You're going to feel guilty about everything you said. Can't take it back now.
Even if that was to ever, by any chance, happen, man's an asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
Just looking at me.
Intern Logan's sticking to his guns on this one. That'd be funny if Intern Logan was the one that started shit. Like, he didn't even notice us, but Intern Logan sees him out in public. He's like, hey, pussy, and just starts some shit. That'd be so funny to get like a good video of Intern Logan beating up Chet Hayes.
Oh, no, that would be good.
So
you don't want Hanks after you, dude? The Hanks will come after you, man.
He might even give us a little silent nod of like, hey, all right, man. I couldn't do it. You know, it's too obvious if I do it.
What is Tom Hanks in his 60s, right?
I don't know. Logan's going for the phone again.
You got to keep the phone out, dog.
Yeah.
Just keep it on. I'm going to get you a laptop one of these days. You could be able to, I barely use this one as it is, but like be able to quick fire. So I'm going to segue. 63?
Oh,
all right. I'm segueing out of the Hanks for a minute, and I've got a couple other Bologna Boys for you. So in light of this whole coronavirus thing, a lot of new age holistic people are coming out with like different methods for trying to ward off the coronavirus. And one of these guys that I found on YouTube last night uses like alchemy prayers to protect himself and the planet from the coronavirus. And this is coming from a channel called the Hearts Center Community. They've got 11,000 subscribers, mind you.
How many views?
On this particular video, 868.
Sounds like a cult.
Exactly. I was going to say not huge, but enough to be alarming if these people are buying into this shit and not watching it for entertainment value. So it starts off kind of weird with like some
I
bells
could picture
and
the
shit.
person that would be watching this type of video.
Yeah, I'm sitting across from them.
Oh, yeah. No, this is like...
Men in flannels.
No.
Oh, no. Sorry, Adam.
We are now going to
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh.
me with God,
There we
with
go.
Maximus and Progenitor.
Hold on, let me run
We
this.
are
This guy's
now going
freaking
to
me out,
perform
man.
an
Yeah, so I'm going to run this
He's
back real
like
quick as the
blinking,
audio
but his
skipped.
face doesn't move at all.
Yeah,
There's nothing moving, dude.
so he's definitely on POs because he's got the same thing going on with his eyes that we've seen other crazy people have in the past, where their eyes stay stationary, they don't blink a lot, but they're also very pinned out.
This guy blinks a lot, but his eyes are just...
Yeah, he's probably on like a ton of Adderall or something.
His face looks like
He's stealing his grandkids' Adderall and making fucking cult videos because he's standing in front of a green screen.
That's a fucking... The comments... like just so what? Like so meth focused on Adderall that he's just icing, just talking like he's frozen.
Yeah, dude, and he's just trying to get those YouTube bucks, dude. He
Yeah,
needs
dude,
those.
he's
He needs those.
bizarre.
He's getting on doing these streams, getting us fucking dono
Oh,
bait.
God.
He's baiting donos out there, dude.
Is he thirst baiting?
Yeah, he's on pews doing some thirst baiting.
Thirst trap.
Hype beast. He's wearing a pink collared shirt with a white vest over it.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
What
white
a bag
sweater
of shit.
vest.
Yeah, that's a... Oh, no.
This guy's
Not
name's-
good, man.
This
Not
guy's
good.
he's got 3 first names. His name's David Christopher Lewis.
Serial killers,
Not to dox, but
assassins, or like assassinators, all have 3 names.
oh yeah, Lee Harvey
Brings us back to
Oswald.
Mark David Chapman.
Pew pew.
Oh, famous killer of...
He shot the talented one. Should have killed that wife of his while he was at it. Did the world a favor. We might have let him. We might have let him go.
Well, yeah.
Oh, we broke even on this one.
Yeah.
Whatever. Go ahead, man.
She...
So, all
I think
right.
he's out of prison, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you? I'm sorry, Logan. Can you?
What's his name?
Mark David Chapman. Don't repeat me. So let's hear this guy out because maybe he'll make some sense.
Well...
I'm going to perform an alchemy with God, with Maximus and Progenitor.
What? Wait. What is Max?
I don't know what any of this is.
What progenitor?
Yeah, progeria.
Here's the thing. When someone starts talking word soup to you
Yeah.
and trying to pretend like it's a thing,
Yeah.
you gotta fucking walk away.
Well, duh.
Like, oh, okay. He's trying to trick some people. Get the fuck out of there.
Well, obviously he's doing a good job of it because
Well,
look at
I
how many people still
mean,
believe in God and go to church and all this other
Look.
shit. And they this isn't far off.
It's
I
like
mean,
dude, it's like fishing.
well, this sounds crazy to us because this isn't
But easy
the
fish in a
norm.
barrel, maybe.
This isn't the religious norm we were raised to think was the norm. You know what I mean? This is only sounding crazy because it sounds crazy to everyone else who doesn't believe in what he believes in.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just a weird fucking
It is.
thing. I mean, yeah, all these words sound crazy, but so does like,
It's word soup, dude. Word
Yeah.
salad, whatever.
The grace of God and through a divine portal, we move back in time
you might be a Sith.
before the coronavirus was created.
So Mark David Chapman is still in prison. He's had 10 parole hearings. His next one is eligible for this year.
Oh shit! So
Is he the one who killed Lennon?
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll keep you updated on
I
that,
thought,
folks.
who got out of prison? Oh, was it the guy who attempted to kill Reagan?
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes more sense.
Who's his name?
Fucking
Who's
Rumsfeld
his
almost
name?
caught one in the dome that day.
Well, Secret Service guy did.
Oh, yeah. Where did he get shot?
He's the famous picture of him like going like this, and he got shot because he blocked.
Did he get shot?
Reagan
in the
still got
stomach,
hit.
or-
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember because I always see, you know, like we've all seen the footage of Lee Harvey Oswald taking one in the gut. So I always get that mixed up with that
Right.
particular incident. But yeah, I mean, I would never be able to be a Secret Service person. I would take a bullet for you, and that's probably, I mean, we're pushing it. We're pushing it.
I would say before we get too deep into that.
John Hickman Jr.
Oh,
There we
yeah,
go,
yeah,
Hinckley.
that's it.
Hinckley. Yeah.
But
I'd
yeah.
have to think about it.
But you know what I
Give
mean?
me a minute. We're really good. You know, we're best friends.
Yeah. Oh, did that hurt for you to say? There was a twinkle of love in his eye.
You know,
See the
it's
pain,
like,
hesitation.
I just don't know if I want to get shot. You know,
I don't
No.
think anybody wants to get shot.
No.
no.
But that's another thing, though, is like I just couldn't be in Secret Service because I don't care about anyone enough to take a bullet for a paycheck.
Correct.
Yeah,
it's yeah.
Fuck it.
Doesn't a lot of Secret Service deal with like not just mostly not protecting the president?
The Secret Service's
For
main intention is money.
Yeah,
It's like
currency.
counterfeits and
Yeah.
stuff.
That's like
Oh,
their
okay.
main bag.
Bag.
Yeah. And yeah. So
Yo, so another thing before I
On
really
in.
start this video, does he not have a herpes sore on his lip right there?
That is in fact
It-
a herpes sore.
it doesn't look promising.
I don't want to get sued for anything, but like I'm gonna say
no,
that.
that's your opinion,
True. Yes. Yeah.
right?
Very good point.
You're not saying he does.
That is my opinion,
Your opinion is that he may or may not have a
and it could be the
herpes sore.
video quality, but me,
Could. I mean, it's probably not, but
Rick, host of the Brass Tacks Podcast, about 99.9 Kiss FM % sure that that's herpes.
Okay.
But let's hear the man out.
On
He's
it.
opening portals.
who isn't?
And we involve ourselves now in this divine alchemy for the dissolving, transmuting, and consuming of the nadir of what the mad scientists in their laboratories created as this bioweapon.
The coronavirus.
Burn through, O sacred fire now, the cause and core of this ill-conceived and demonic construction. And this which we call forth for coronavirus, we call forth for all bioweapons created in all laboratories, astral laboratories and physical laboratories upon and around Earth. Burn through. What the fuck? You have no power
What?
over the sons and
What is
daughters.
that?
Hold on a second. Is that like intent? You know how like when they tell you to do meditations with like intent, like you breathe with intent and stuff like that? Is that him like bar? Like that's him
I don't
casting
know.
it out?
Is that how a meditation works?
Well, like that's how like whatever I was
I mean, I
being
guess you
taught
can
to
have your own
meditate.
mantra or whatever, but
Right. I'm sure everybody teaches it differently, but like when I learned it in like Kung Fu and stuff, they'd be like breathe with intent, and it was supposed to be like kind of you just kind of paint the picture in your head so that you're relaxing everything and and you're like picturing it. You're picturing the air moving through you.
oh, I
and-
get it.
You know what I mean? It's just more of a visual aid, I feel like. But this dude's over here casting demons out. Burn!
I know. Like, is that like create like a sonic
Exercise
wave?
them demons.
I know. It's very. So is that what his goal is? What's the title of this video again?
The title of the video is Alchemy to Deactivate the Coronavirus.
Alchemy. Okay.
Very weird.
Money.
Of God evolving upon earth. And now through this manifestation of the uncreation, the dissolving, transmuting, and consuming of this and other viruses and bioweapons, we accept now the completion of this. And now for this alchemy to manifest in the present moment through the deactivation of this
Got worked
virus
up.
completely, so it has no power in the world of form over men.
Why is he
women, and
closing his
children,
eyes the whole time?
and all nations?
That's the thing. People pray, they close their eyes.
We
This
call
guy's
for a
praying.
cosmic
you know?
quarantine of this virus
Dude, during family dinners and stuff like that, like during Christmas and Thanksgiving and stuff, every time everybody would close their eyes and say grace, I used to like look at all my relatives, be it like they all just look goofy as fuck sitting around praying. Like it's funny to see all this fucking food. All this food is just this fucking excess sitting on the table, and all these people are just like sitting there with their arms up like magicians with their eyes closed.
Some wizardy shit right there.
It's very akin to wizardry.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that's some wizard shit, dude.
Now, by cosmic legions from the great central sun, from the Pleiades, Arcturus, from Sirius.
What are those?
From Venus and Mercury.
Oh, okay.
And from our own sun.
So planets and constellations?
The ascended master solution to
he's
manifest.
He's even blinking while his eyes are closed. You can see his eyes
that
shuffling
the plans
around.
of the deep state and the dark ones are thwarted.
Maybe he's just blind.
Every man, woman, child may be healthy, wise, joyous, happy in their divine presence. We implore you, Almighty God, Alpha and Omega, to answer.
Or he is on fucking Adderall.
I'm sure of it.
As a joke, not really, he's not, but
always,
as a joke, that's why he can't keep his eyes fucking closed.
So
he's just like, I gotta open my eyes.
It's your opinion that he's on Adderall.
It's an opinion.
It would be funny though if like, because his eyes are kind of weird. It'd be funny as fuck. We're over here making fun of him for being on POs, but like he's just a blind man who's crazy.
It is done. It is finished.
Someone has him hostage.
It is sealed.
Making him do this stupid shit. Okay.
He's got the Stockholm syndrome, dude. So he's one of them. And then, of course, there was bound to be a crystal healer. This broad, this chick is, she looks like a crazy cat lady, first of all. Probably in her early 40s.
But why are crystals a thing?
I don't know. Don't ask me. I have no fucking idea. You already know where I stand on the matter.
But okay, but like this crystal, because it fucking looks cool, like it has a power. What? These fucking fucking rock doesn't have any power? Just because it doesn't look as cool?
It's just
why does the cool factor make it powerful? You can fucking shove it up your ass or something and fucking become superhuman.
You're probably not far off from that, because a lot of the crystals I've seen, like I very rarely have seen dudes having crystals, but then again, I don't hang out with a lot of dudes.
We may or may not have known someone
that
was in the crystal game.
The crystal community?
And I'm not saying that's the slang for a drug.
No. Oh yeah, that's true. We should
crystal selling community. He was selling crystals.
Yes.
Not Billy Crystal movies.
No, thank God.
Crystals. Well, yeah, I'll take a crystal over a Billy Crystal.
I knew that you could. He should have been shot for that. He's so lucky he did that back then and not now.
Oh.
That appropriated fucking jazz character that he does.
He still kind of got, I think he got some flack for it.
His voice is enraging in every movie he's in.
You don't like City Slickers, dude? What about City Slickers 2?
Whatever, man. All right, we're moving on. But I think hula hoops and crystals are like go hand in hand. It's all like part of a package deal.
We've known both. We've known hula hoop people.
Yeah.
That's a little much.
Go hand in hand.
Yeah. All right. I won't get into hula hoops.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing. That's another issue for another time.
I don't even know if it's for another time. So we'll go on now.
So let's get on to this crazy lady.
Hello, friends.
Oh, for fuck's sake with the video.
Impromptu video here because I really want to share with you how to protect yourself against and heal from the coronavirus. I put out videos.
This is a fucking troll video, dog. This is a fucking troll dog. Fucking troll doll. Troll video, dude.
I thought I almost
click on her channel.
I almost thought for a moment
click on her channel
that we were going to get through an episode without one of my things being called fake.
Hit videos.
Oh my God, Adam. I'm not, this is the last time I'm doing this for you. I'm letting you know that right now. I'm never, ever
Does she got stuff about crystals?
She does a lot of holistic horse shit and tarot readings.
You think it's is it like parody?
No, dude. Her channel's all about this shit, dude. Look, she's got 42 subscribers. What do you think's going on here?
Literally.
She believes this.
Hello, everyone.
Tens of views. Okay. Sorry. You never know.
The stones I recommend for that or
She starts recommending
emerald,
crystals and
which I don't
stones for
have to
healing.
hold up for you because it is at work in a client's grid at this moment. I love emerald. It is really a crown chakra straight to heart.
All of her
healing
customers?
kind of
What the fuck does that mean?
What?
She's over here talking about crown chakras and shit.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck's wrong with this lady? I think, and another thing too
Well-
is like, let's not dismiss the fact that she's making all these videos and she's like trying to wear more provocative clothing and all of them, and she's throwing her boobas out.
She's a bosom. What did I say?
She's a, I don't know if she's
Buxom or voluptuous.
she's not a BB
huge,
dub.
No, she has huge boobs. But don't they call that like bosomy?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't.
Oh,
okay.
that's another thing. I
don't
haven't watched porn in like a month, dude.
Okay,
It's the
that's
weirdest
that's for
thing.
a whole other thing.
Well,
You're
no,
talking
just-
about other. That's for a story for another day. That's a story for a
Father Nugget.
Nugget century, dude.
Should have touched on that whenever we were going over you masturbating in the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I
that's the
mean-
thing. I've been jerking it more in the shower lately, and I think that's what it is. And also, I like to create a dirty ass scenario for myself sometimes. Like, so what I do is like,
dude.
in the time it takes for me to brush my teeth and wash my face, I imagine, I work up this storyline in my head, this dirty old situation for myself to find myself into. Then I close my eyes, make some knuckle children, play out the scenario, and it's all good after that. Granted, I do only make it like halfway through my scenarios half the time because I like to get in and get out. I'm not out there trying to fucking like have a whole thing. I don't
I get
want
it.
to.
I get it.
It's not one of those things that I like to prolong.
Right.
But all right, let's get going back to the crystal bitch.
stone. It will actually help you all the way along, whether you are trying not to get sick or you are sick or you just are a worried person. Like, emerald is your best friend. Some people say that the emerald is the green ray, sort of like the energy of healing through all levels of being a human, from a physical to mental to spiritual to psychological. That's emerald. And the next
She
one
said,
is
go back.
What? How far?
When she's talking about the aspects of what it,
I said mental twice.
yeah, she said physical, mental,
human, from a physical to mental to spiritual to psychological.
psychological
That's
and
all-
mental.
that's all this-
Psychological, mental. It's the same thing, you fucking idiot. What are you talking about?
Well, dude,
she was
look
just,
at her.
She needed a list.
Look at her, dude. She looks about half fucking worn out
No,
as it
her.
is.
Yeah, I'm assuming her like real customers
Mm.
are like some dudes in her age range that are like probably not very attractive,
I think that maybe
and they like have tricked her, or she has tricked them rather. Sorry,
right.
into buying her fucking. She'll be nice. She'll wear clothes like that
Yeah.
and like sell her fucking crystals to them. Like, oh, this will fucking
yeah,
clear your office of like.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, she's honey dicking
Yeah,
like older,
for sure.
older new age dudes that are
For-
probably into like.
Not even they're probably they don't. I don't even know if they're convinced they're on new age. They're trying to get themselves into a white knight situation into a relationship.
Oh yeah, playing the long game.
They're playing the white knight to relationship
honey dick.
99% of the time, maybe 99.9% of the time. It doesn't work.
No.
It's not successful. But
No, of course not, dude.
they're
Because-
playing that kind of long game. So
Well, she also
you know,
looks like somebody who was
a
probably
lot
like
of crystal
a,
money getting going around.
she looks like somebody who was probably like a prostitute for a while and her puss got beat up and now she's at the age range where she's like, I got a little bit of capital. I need to figure out a way to start making some income but still keep it kind of
Crystals.
under the table.
Crystals.
Crystals. Yeah, why not? It's got to be an easy game if you have some kind of notoriety or some kind of way to advertise it. It has to be an easy sell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She's putting herself out there.
It's fucking rocks.
Not like she's kind of just saying, hey, I got crystals.
That's emerald. And the next one is garnet. Garnet is
Garnet.
good for blood circulation. Blood
Why is it good?
circulation
That
is
she's not
Why is a
explaining.
rock?
She's
of
not
course she's not.
explaining.
She's just saying what she is her interpretation. Where's the evidence? Put this rock around me and prove it.
You know how bitches be walking around with like Kegel balls in their vaginas and in their assholes and stuff?
Yeah.
You think she keeps that garnet in her cunt like that and just walks around with it? It's good for my heart.
There's a high, potentially.
that fucking garnet smells like a pocket full of change.
Every night before bed, she just squats over, just dumps them all out into a bucket.
Yeah, it just drops into a glass of water like dentures.
Just put some Paladin in there.
cells. This is immunity. This is keeping your body fighting things off. The lovely garnet as a plus. It'll also make you feel safe and secure. And the third crystal in the immunity category is agate. Agate is just...
Whoa.
That's Adam's favorite crystal.
That is an edgy name for a rock. They realize it's 2020?
I think we just found a new alternative to Saget.
They better settle down with these fucking crystal names.
Yeah, they're getting a little...
They're on the nose.
That's not the woke crystal. She's like telling everybody to stay away from that crystal because it just clouds your judgment, makes you ignorant. She's like, if you keep this in your purse for too long, you'll start sneering at interracial couples.
Excellent for keeping your chi, your prana, your energy, your life force up and vibrant and balanced, and for balancing out all the systems of the body. So
systems?
This is just general health and healing.
That looked like a potato.
The next
it did look like a potato.
is quarantine.
This is just a regular potato.
It's good for starches
which at some point maybe like even if your kids have to stay home from school, all of us will be to some extent in the house more. I'm going to recommend a couple things.
All right.
We're going to go with Tiger's Eye. Tiger's Eye is supremely calming.
She's always waving them around her tits. The entire video, she keeps waving these crystals around her tits.
It's clear what's going on here.
You're instantly able to access.
I mean, I'm cool with
this
it. The video's
meditation
free.
state. It just sort of clears the
Might clean myself out a little later onto this.
into this. And with that, it also
that's definitely an
brings
idea.
You sleep well with an empty bag. That's a fact.
I chose shungite, and really
shungite?
any of your dark
Shungite
crystals. I also have an obsidian.
Oh, okay.
Shungite especially is going to keep you really grounded, really calm, and make you feel
Why?
supported.
Because the antipsychotics won't.
I can't
Obsidian
fucking
does that
handle
for
these
me,
crystal
but it's
people,
just
dude.
because
That's enough. I
No,
can't
they're
fucking take
terrible.
it.
They're fucking
It
terrible
stinks,
people.
dude.
The
What are they
voices just
doing?
get too much sometimes.
Well,
Need
yeah.
a crystal to talk to.
It's fucking awful, dude.
No, and they need to get the fuck out of here with that shit. I'm tired of hearing it too. But I don't know. As long as these people exist, they'll have a home here on the Brass Tacks Podcast.
You're not wrong about that.
Oh, and also before we get out of here, I got to announce that I believe this week is going to be our last audio episode before we jump to video format. So make sure you guys go over to our YouTube page and our YouTube channel, search Brass Tacks Podcast, subscribe, and make sure you click the notifications because we're going to start trying to do our shows live for you now, and you'll be able to see our beautiful faces as we do so. So go ahead and do all that business. And if you have any suggestions or anything that you want us to cover on the show, send us an email at therealbrasstacks@gmail.com. Follow us on social media, Instagram, The Real Brass Tacks, Twitter, Brass Tacks Pod, and then Facebook, Brass Tacks Podcast. And I think that's about it for us. And you guys stay safe out there. We'll bring you more information as it becomes available about this deadly coronavirus. Go fuck your mother, everybody.
In these times with the virus, you got to wash your ass with soap and water. Remember that.